time, anywhere, and answer any questions that you have. So thank you for being an amazing audience, and good luck for the rest of the year. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Davis. Our next speaker is the CEO, co-founder of the HD Group. Together with Riley Baldri, they are known as the HD couple. Proud parents of 6 children, Dallas went to law school, earned a master's in business administration, owned a business and successful financial service. Riley had a prominent career in the corporate world. They co-founded along with their partners a very successful global network. Based in Phoenix, Arizona, as networking veterans, Dallas and Riley have broken records in their partners' companies, becoming top earners and have become repeat multiple 6-figure earners. Their ultimate goal is helping 1 million people live life in high definition. Currently considered amongst the top networkers in the world and have been featured guest speakers in numerous publications and events. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Dallas Baldri. Thank you.
Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me?
Salamat datang. You might be wondering how I speak Bahasa Malaysia. Well, this is my 8th time here in the last 12 months. 8th time in Malaysia. And I heard when I'm here for my 9th time in 1 year, I get citizenship. Who can help me with citizenship here? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you, why would I come here 8 times? Well, you know, my first time ever here was 1 year ago at this event, thanks to Mr. Kaur. And I was sitting in the audience just like you, as a guest. And now I'm up here speaking, so it's incredible for me. Now, when Mr. Kaur asked if I could speak, I have another Malaysia word I learned. Boleh. Or bolela. You know, I come back from Malaysia, and I keep saying la, and my American friends are like, what are you saying la for? What does that mean? So I'm picking it up, right? And all I can talk about, I go to restaurants in the U.S., and I say, do you have nasi goreng? I love nasi goreng. They said, what? Nasi what? So, you know, Malaysia's incredible. Built a lot of great relationships out here. 2 years ago, the HD Group launched our partner at the time out here in Asia. And it was thanks to Mr. Kaur and what he has done. And it was 2 years ago at this event, the HD Group first had our presence. And it's due to 2 individuals that are in this room today. And I want to recognize them because this is really meaningful for us here as our 2-year anniversary. So, Regina Noriega, stand up, please. And by the way, it's Regina's 50th birthday today. So everybody say happy birthday. And then Dallas Hunter Clouch here, my business partner for the last 6 years, incredible gentleman. So guys, I'm very excited because, you know, who was here last night? Anybody here last night? Okay, so only a couple of you got to learn a little bit about me. So I'm going to share a little bit about my history. And I think you're going to understand why, you know, learning through my history, the power of what digital media, social media, the millennial, and now going into Generation Z, how that's impacted my business. Do I have the clicker? No, over here? Okay, perfect. So my background is this. I've been a lifetime entrepreneur. You might be saying lifetime. How old are you? I'm 35 years old, almost 36 next week. And some of you in this room have probably been in business longer than I've been alive, right? But what I mean by lifetime entrepreneur is from the time I can remember, I started out buying candy and snacks wholesale, going to my classmates and selling them retail. I actually got put in detention a few times for it because I was competing against the profits of the school. Early 90s, does anybody remember those things called beepers or pagers? Anybody have one of those? I used to buy broken ones, pay somebody to fix them, and then go resell them. In fact, in the 8th grade, I got called into our dean's office because somebody saw me with a money clip full of cash and they were wondering what I was doing and if it was legal. Why would a 14-year-old have money on them? And it was from my beeper business, okay? 17 years old, something happened in my life. I wouldn't recommend this for anybody. I became a father at 17 years old. A kid having a kid. That's why, please don't. Please, anybody 17, please don't do that, okay? But here's what it did. It forced me to grow up, okay? And it really forced me to, get out of my childhood very quickly. And it gave me that extra why. In network marketing, we always talk about that why, right? I think in any business, you have to have a strong why. Well, being 17 years old and having a daughter, having a mouth to feed, that's a pretty strong why, right? Okay. 18 years old, I started my first official business, okay? It was an entertainment company. And we did different events, different musicians we managed, and I didn't have any money. So that's where I first learned to utilize digital media. We would do any free site, website. I think we called it the internet. We didn't even know what the internet, we were still learning, right? I think my first website was like something crazy like www.angelfire.hotmail/Phoenix, Arizona/USA, whatever. It was like this ridiculously long website, right? Do you remember? Anybody remember these? Okay. Generation Z doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I would promote. We didn't have the money to go print up flyers and pay people to distribute them for events, so we started using the internet, okay? And that was my first time really strategizing using the internet. This was back in 1999, okay? So fast forward a little bit. I ended up putting myself through college, went to law school. Now, any lawyers in here? Okay? One lawyer. Okay? I didn't go to law school to be a lawyer. You might think that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Anybody seen the movie Jerry Maguire? Show me the money, right? That's why you're here, right? Show me the money. I wanted to be a sports agent. I wanted to represent world-class athletes like Michael Jordan, David Beckham. That's what I wanted to do. So I went to law school. And I did really good in sports law and contract law, and I did really bad in things I had no interest in. Civil procedure, tort law, the boring stuff, right? So spending $40,000 a year in school, not being able to work, okay, and having a daughter is not a good combination for success in life. And I left law school and pursued my master's in business. And when I was getting my MBA, I quickly realized that I was broke. I had no money. I had to put food on the table. I needed to go find a way to make money other than just selling things on the side. And I got involved in the financial services industry, okay? Now, I was a little nervous because I thought, what baby boomer is going to trust some 20-something-year-old kid with their money? But I got very good at it. I got very good at meeting people, building relationships, okay? Selling, and actually starting to build a team, okay? I got my first taste of residual income. And you might think this is crazy, but life was so good. I had a home in Philadelphia. Has anybody heard of Philadelphia, right? Birthplace of America. A home in Phoenix, Arizona, 2 different parts of the country, 4-hour flight away. A car in both places. I flew back and forth. I had a business in both places. Money grew on trees. At least we thought. And then something happened in the U.S. The economy crashed. Financial services was impacted probably the most, okay? And the short of it is this. I went from a lot of money and a lot of time freedom to absolutely nothing. I ended up sleeping in my car. I would have my suits lined up in the back seat of my car, and my trunk was all my belongings, okay? I'd go do business. All the companies that owed me money would go out of business. And why I share this with you is because I fell on my rock bottom. And I hear people in Malaysia talking about the economy. Well, it might be tough to do business. Listen, there was no probably tougher time in the world than the U.S. back during that a few years back. So I was at a rock bottom. I lost my car, ended up sleeping on my sister's couch in Utah. Utah's cold. It's very cold in the wintertime. They had the Winter Olympics there. Okay? Utah is the mecca of multi-level marketing. And I was sleeping on my sister's couch. And that's where I was really introduced to network marketing. Who in here is currently a distributor or corporate member of an MLM? Okay. I was the guy you hated. Because I was the guy who would say, you're in a pyramid scheme. I was the guy who would make fun of you. I'd be the guy who said, those things don't work, right? I thought I was too good for it. But what happens is when you hit rock bottom, sometimes you open up your mind. I figured I had nothing to lose. So I got involved in network marketing. Now, I said, hey, maybe I can get rich quick. Maybe what I was saying was wrong and I can make a lot of money quick. It wasn't. My first month, I sponsored one person. My second month, I got one customer. My third month, I sponsored one person. Has anybody sponsored more than 3 people in their first 90 days of network marketing? Okay? You guys are all better than I am. You're much further ahead than I was. But what I started doing to help pay the bills while I was building up my network marketing business, I started studying social media and online business. Why I started studying this is so I can make some extra money on the side as a consultant, and I started helping companies with their Facebook pages, getting more fans, helping them drive traffic to their business. And then I started applying it to my network marketing business, and my business started growing. We launched a company about 6 years ago where in addition to being a distributor, they hired me as the social media consultant. That's how good I was. I met Dallas Clown. She'd just written a network marketing course. I was training people all over the country in social media, and we were selling this course. I was tagged a social media expert. But here's what happened, and this is important for everybody to understand with technology and what we're talking about generations. I got content with my knowledge. I stopped studying. I stopped progressing. I became stagnant with my knowledge in social media. His book became outdated. Trends change very quickly. My knowledge became outdated. And I quickly realized after about a year and a half, I wasn't an expert anymore. I was an amateur. I really had no idea what I was doing online because that's how quick things change. So we started focusing back on it. I went from Facebook, which I got really good at, to something I had no interest in, Instagram. Like, I don't want to learn another thing. Instagram, started building on Instagram. We started building out systems. And that's how we ended up here in Asia. We met Regina Noriega through Instagram. Okay? In the last 2 years, we've done tremendous amounts of business throughout Asia. And it came from Instagram. Why? Because we shifted. We continue to follow the trends. Now, I'll be honest with you. Much of what we've done was focused on attracting millennials. You know, you hear in business, you need to focus on millennials. Millennials are the future, right? We built a very young team out in the USA. They did very well. But just like millennials, you need to start focusing on the next generation, okay? Now, let me show you my Generation Z. I'm very fortunate because 75% of my household is Generation Z. 75%. We have 6 children. I shouldn't say I. My wife might be mad at me. We have 6 children, okay? And who in here is a parent? Actually, you guys look a little tired. Stand up if you're a parent. Stand up. Only one parent? No way. Come on. Okay. Keep standing if you're a parent of a 20-year-old or younger. Okay. As parents, what are we? In our household, we're mentors, we're leaders, right? We're responsible for guiding our family. But you know what's great about all of us here? We have an advantage. Because we have mentors in our household that teach us. It's very simple. All we have to do is listen to them, learn from them. What are they using? Probably not using Facebook. One of the speakers talked about Musical.ly. Does anybody know what Musical.ly is? Yeah, I had to get a Musical.ly account. You'll find duets with me and my 4-year-old. We're singing One Direction songs on there, right? But you follow the trends, right? Okay? So thank you guys. Appreciate it. So Generation Z is also known as the I generation. Why? iPhone, iPad, iPod. They probably don't even know what iPods are. Now, I personally like Android. I'm a Samsung guy. But they call them the I generation. These individuals don't know life without technology. They don't know life without social media. They don't know life without having a phone that has a camera or video. If you pull out a flip phone, They think you robbed the museum. They have no idea what that is, right? So you've heard a lot of the statistics, so I'm going to go through these, okay? But here's what's important as all of us entrepreneurs, business owners. What they care about is influencers over celebrities. So you can put away your ad dollars on commercials. They don't even watch commercials, okay? Hiring celebrities, they don't care about your celebrities. They don't care what they think. They care about influencers. Influencers on social media, influencers among their peer groups. They're more likely to buy something from a YouTuber than from Michael Jordan or LeBron James, okay? Except for shoes. This to me is huge. 76% want to own their own business. And somebody mentioned this. That's exciting for all of us entrepreneurs, especially those who recruit. That's big, okay? They like to create content versus curate, okay? 75% of teens use smartphones, so I'm going to talk about why this is important. 92% of them are online daily. Anybody have Facebook? Come on. I know Malaysia knows Facebook. That's how I built my business out here. Okay, I got bad news for you. Facebook is dead. You believe it? Well, not really, but for Generation Z it is, okay? It's a great place to market to millennials, baby boomers, everybody, but Generation Z, Facebook is dead. This is the most recent statistic I found. 25% of Generation Z left Facebook in 2014. It's much higher now. A lot of them didn't even leave. You look at my son's account. He makes one post a year. Okay, they don't even log in. They don't even know their passwords on Facebook anymore. Why aren't they on Facebook? Because their friends aren't on Facebook. The only people that post on my son's Facebook are his grandparents and his parents. Right? Facebook isn't cool. Facebook is old and outdated was the quote that I got. So where are they at? They're on YouTube. Broadcast yourself. We talked about Generation Z wants to create content, right? Well, YouTube is a great place for them to do it. 70% of Generation Z watches 2 hours of YouTube a day. Don't believe me? My 5-year-old, I caught her at 6 in the morning. She stole my phone. We couldn't find her. We were worried. We thought somebody broke in the house and kidnapped her. She was hiding in a corner watching YouTube. And you know what she's watching? People opening boxes and chocolate eggs to see what kind of candy's in them. And I said, what kind of ridiculous stuff is this? Who would watch this? It's got like 50 million views on it. 50 million. Those YouTubers make hundreds of thousands of US dollars from the views that they get. You see, it's shifting in Generation Z from likes on Facebook, hey, how many likes can I get, to how many views, okay? They want to know how many views they can get. Snapchat and Instagram stories, okay? Instagram stories. This is where it's at right now, and I've heard people mention this, but how I text my son and my daughter, they don't even open up my text, my SMS. I have to Snapchat them, okay? I have to snap. He was asking, what, you're Snapchatting them? Yeah, I Snapchat. I have to if I want to talk to my kids. They love Snapchat. Why? It's that instant gratification. They can send something. They can know when you read it. They know you're getting it right away instead of posting something on Facebook and hoping that you might like it, okay? So Snapchat and Instagram are very important. Now, Instagram stories. I want to talk real briefly about this. Instagram stories is important. When I say Facebook is dead, Mark Zuckerberg agrees with me for Generation Z. That is why he's taking Instagram, which Facebook owns, and really copying Snapchat with Instagram stories, okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube it, okay? You'll be able to see it on YouTube. Now, here's my 14-year-old son, okay? Real briefly. This is his last post on Facebook that wasn't a tag from a grandparent or a parent. July 8th, okay? And what is he promoting? His YouTube channel. You know what he wants to be in life? A YouTuber. Back when I was young, we wanted to be athletes or entertainment or doctors or lawyers. These kids want to be YouTubers because they make a lot of money, okay? And then you look at his Instagram and his Snapchat, 1,300 and something followers. He's promoting his YouTube. These guys are great marketers. You got to learn from the kids. We as parents have to learn from these kids. And his snap code, I don't even know what this means, but it's 23,000. I use Snapchat all day, every day, and I got like 8,000. So I can only imagine what this kid is doing, right? You get points every time you have some type of messages going on. It's 23,000? Maybe that's why his grades aren't so good, right? Now, the kids are focused, right? They're focused on Snapchat and Instagram, YouTube. So we need to learn from that. So, as a business owner, moving forward, if you don't want to be put out of business by your own children, you need to learn these trends. Right now, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. And there's going to be more that come out over the years. It's up to you to stay in touch with it. Don't become stagnant like I did some years ago and went from being an expert to an amateur. But what we know is this. Mobile phones is the way to go. If your business isn't mobile phone friendly, you're not able to conduct business all on your phone, because I believe laptops are going to be relevant in 5 years. Everything must be mobile. Snapchat, you can't look at it on your computer. You have to do it on a phone. Instagram stories, you have to do it on a phone, okay? So what does that tell you? Your business should be mobile phone based. This is why we created technology. Dallas Clownch developed an incredible app that we use that has allowed us to build a business around the world. We were asked for a picture of our building for the HD group, okay? And you'll see it in the flyer or the program. Here's what we gave them. Our business is mobile and global. What millennial, let alone a Generation Z, wants to be sitting in an office or sitting at a desk? They don't. They want to be hanging with their friends or sitting in the living room watching Netflix because they don't watch TV, working their business, viewing content, and multitasking. So you must follow the trends, okay? Now, last but not least, I see the zero. I'm getting off. If you want to follow me and you're old, for us old people, follow me on Facebook, okay? All of us old people. I'm still there. I'm old, okay? For all of you Generation Z or those who are willing to adapt, follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. You can just take a picture of this right here and you'll be able to add me. But what I'd like to do to end this out is this. I'm going to take a picture, okay? And we're going to, let me see your camera. Oh, actually, I'll do this one. I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to make you Instagram famous. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to start practicing what we're preaching here. First, we're going to do a Snapchat. I'm going to show you how simple this is. So all of you guys, make some noise. Come on. Let the world hear you. All right? So you guys are now on the Snapchat. If you add me on Snapchat, you'll see yourself. And then last but not least, let's get you on Instagram and Facebook with one photo here. All right? And feel free to add me and tag yourself. My last thing I would just say is this. Please, please, take action on everything you've learned today. You've heard from some incredible legends, icons in this industry, people that have flown from around the world. Take action, because education and information without taking any action is just words written on a piece of paper. So thank you, Mr. Kaur, for having us. We appreciate you. We'll see a lot of you tonight. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give Mr. Dallas Baldri another round of applause? Thank you very much. Our last share for today is an innovative leader in the deaf community. At the age of 23, he has built one of the biggest deaf teams in the United States direct sales industry. Destined for success at an early age, recognized for his leadership ability at age 2012, when he was awarded the Presidential Award of Presidential from